We dig into the sources, pull out the key stuff, and hopefully give you a little surprise along the way.
That's the plan.
So today we're looking at something you see all the time on our feline friends, from kittens right up to big cats.
Uh-huh.
Whiskers. Those long bristles, usually around the mouth, sometimes over the eyes too.
Yep, very distinctive.
We tend to think, oh, they make the cat look cute, right? But have you ever really stopped and thought, what are they actually for? What do they do?
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're getting into the science, figuring out why whiskers are way more important than most of us think.
Okay.
Forget just cute features. Think like high-tech biological sensors. Seriously, by the end of this, you'll really appreciate how complex and, frankly, essential they are.
All right, let's get into it then. Because, yeah, they look like stiff hairs, but they're obviously not just fur.
No, definitely not.
So what are they? Like, technically.
Right, well, they're definitely not ordinary hair. The scientific name is vibrissae.
Vibrissae, okay.
Yeah, and a good way to think about them is as tactile hairs. Tactile meaning touch, right?
Touch hairs, got it.
So, unlike normal fur, their roots go way deeper into the skin, much deeper, and they're anchored really firmly.
Ah, okay.
But here's the really cool part. Those deep roots, they're absolutely packed, and I mean packed, with nerve endings.
Wow. So super sensitive then.
Extremely sensitive. Think about maybe the sensitivity in your fingertips, but then amplify that massively.
Okay.
We're talking so sensitive that even the slightest change in air currents,
Yeah.
like a breeze you or I might barely notice,
Yeah.
that gives the cat information, makes them instantly aware of what's happening right around them.
Just from a tiny puff of air. That's wild. What kind of useful info does that give them? For us, a breeze is just a breeze.
Well, for a cat, it's like this constant stream of data about their surroundings. It's absolutely crucial because it lets them build sort of a 3D map in their head.
A map.
Yeah, of their immediate space. Often without even needing to rely on their eyes. Imagine walking into a pitch-black room
Oh.
and being able to feel where the furniture is, sense the walls, maybe even find something hidden, just by feeling how the air moves around it.
Right, that's kind of what their whiskers are doing.
That's exactly the kind of, subconscious information they're constantly getting. It helps them dodge things, understand layouts, even detect if something else is nearby. It's this invisible spatial feed.
That explains so much. You see cats trying to squeeze into ridiculously small boxes or gaps, and you think, how do they know?
Uh-huh. They're calculating.
I always assumed it was just trial and error, but it sounds like there's more to it. Is there like a specific tool for that measurement?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the tool is their whiskers. It's one of their most amazing practical uses.
Okay.
These tactile hairs, the vibrissae, they're the cat's main way of figuring out, can I fit through there?
How?
Get this. The length of a cat's main whiskers is usually almost perfectly the same as the width of its body.
No way, really?
Yeah, it's brilliant design. They basically act as feelers sticking out on either side, giving them a physical template of their own size.
So when they approach, say, a gap under the fence, they're not just eyeing it up.
Yep.
They're actually using their whiskers to get a real-time measurement of the opening
Right.
and comparing it to their body width.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Precise measurements taken on the fly. It's like a built-in biological measuring tape.
That's incredible. So that's why they can navigate tight spots so confidently. It's not luck, it's actual data.
Precisely. It lets them move efficiently, safely.
Yeah.
Think about it. Without that, they'd be bumping into things, getting stuck.
Yeah, makes sense.
It saves energy, prevents injuries, and gives them the confidence to explore everywhere, from under the sofa to through thick bushes. It's just amazing biomechanics.
Okay, and we know cats have great night vision, much better than ours.
Right.
But you hear stories about them navigating in total darkness,
Yeah.
absolute pitch black. Their eyes can't work that well, can they?
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Even the best night vision needs some light to work with.
So,
So, in complete darkness, zero light, their whiskers basically take over as the primary navigation system.
they become the main sense.
You could say that, yeah.
Yeah.
They turn into this kind of living radar system. Or maybe like sonar, but using touch instead of sound.
How does that work? Radar with whiskers.
Well, by sticking them out and sort of gently sweeping them, they can physically feel things around them. The shape, the presence, maybe even the texture of objects.
Ah, so it's not about seeing in the dark at all. It's about sensing it, feeling their way.
Exactly. They're building that tactile map we talked about, updating it constantly as they move.
Which explains how they can just glide through a cluttered room at night when I'm stubbing my toe on everything.
That's it entirely. It's like, think of how a bat uses echolocation.
Yeah.
It's similar in principle, but for cats, it's through touch and sensing tiny air pressure changes.
Wow. So it lets them avoid obstacles, move confidently, stay stealthy.
Uh-huh. Even with no light. It works perfectly alongside their hearing and smell, giving them this incredibly rich picture of their surroundings. Much richer than what we get.
They really do have this amazing sensory toolkit built right in.
They absolutely do.
Okay, let's talk hunting. Cats are just phenomenal hunters. So stealthy, so effective.
Right. Masters of the ambush.
It can't just be speed and claws, though. There's got to be something else, some subtle sensory advantage they have.
There definitely is. And again, it comes back to that extreme sensitivity of the whiskers.
How so?
Remember we said they can feel tiny air currents?
Yeah.
Well, think about hunting. Imagine a mouse rustling in the grass, just out of sight. Or maybe a bird shifting its feathers nearby.
Okay. Tiny movements.
Those movements create minute disturbances in the air, vibrations almost, and the whiskers pick those up.
So even if the prey is hidden or maybe behind something, the cat can still locate it just by feeling those air wiggles?
Pretty much, yeah. They can pinpoint the source of those disturbances. It gives them a massive advantage.
It's like they have, I don't know, atmospheric sensors for tiny movements, predicting where the prey is or will be.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
This ability is a huge part of why they're such successful predators.
It lets them find things they can't see or maybe even hear clearly.
Exactly. Especially in dense undergrowth or at night or when the prey is trying to be super quiet. It's that final piece of data that often makes the difference between missing and catching.
A silent, invisible hunting tool.
You got it. They're not just looking and listening. They're feeling the hunt in a way most animals can't.
So these whiskers are doing all this practical stuff, measuring, navigating, hunting. But what else? Does it tell us anything about, like, how the cat is feeling, their mood?
Oh, definitely. That's a really important aspect, especially for people who live with cats. Whiskers are incredibly expressive. They're a key part of their body language.
Body language, how?
Well, their position tells you a lot if you know what you're looking for. For instance, if a cat's whiskers are pointed forward, kind of fanned out,
Yeah.
that usually means they're curious, interested, maybe focused on something intently, or possibly even in that pre-pounce hunting mode. They're actively gathering info about what's right in front.
Okay, focused and forward. Makes sense. And I've definitely seen my cat pull hers way back, almost flat against her face sometimes.
Right. And that's the opposite signal.
Meaning,
If the whiskers are pulled back tight like that, it's a very clear sign the cat is feeling scared or threatened or anxious.
Yeah.
It's defensive.
trying to protect them maybe, or seem smaller.
Exactly. So just by watching those subtle shifts, you get real clues about their emotional state, their intentions, how they're seeing the situation.
So you can read the whiskers.
You absolutely can. It's like a silent language. It speaks volumes without a sound.
Okay, given everything we've learned how vital they are for sensing, navigating, hunting, even communicating, there must be a really important piece of advice here.
There is a crucial one.
Something you should absolutely never do, let me guess. Can you cut a cat's whiskers?
That's the big one. And the answer is a hard no. Unequivocally, absolutely not. Never, ever cut a cat's whiskers.
Right. And why is that so absolute? What actually happens if someone does that?
The results are pretty bad, honestly. If a cat's whiskers get cut, even just trimmed, they become really disoriented.
Disoriented how?
Think about everything they use them for. Measuring spaces, finding their way in the dark, sensing things. Take that away, and they lose their sense of spatial awareness.
Okay.
This often leads to balance problems. They might seem clumsy, bump into things.
Oh, wow.
And beyond the physical stuff, it causes significant stress and anxiety. Imagine suddenly losing one of your key senses for understanding the world around you. It's deeply unsettling for them.
Yeah, I can see that. It impacts their ability to just be a cat, to move around their own home confidently.
It's a profound disruption to how they interact with everything. They're not just decorative, not at all.
So the message is crystal clear. Whiskers are essential, high-tech sensors, crucial for survival, well-being, happiness. Leave them alone.
Precisely. Messing with them is like damaging their most vital connection to the world. Respect the whiskers. Respect the cat's whole way of being.
And there you have it. What an amazing deep dive. It really drives home that whiskers aren't just for looks.
Far from it.
They're these incredible, finely tuned tools, A built-in ruler, biological radar, a hunting aid, even a mood indicator, all rolled into one.
Uh-huh. Essential for survival and thriving.
So the big takeaway, respect the whiskers. It's fundamental to their health and happiness.
Absolutely. And maybe just one final thought to leave you with.
Okay.
Just try to imagine how incredibly different a cat's whole perception of reality must be because of these
Yeah.
things. It's not just sight and smell. It's this constant dynamic feel of the world around them, sensing air currents, obstacles, prey.
A whole different way of experiencing things.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it, what other kinds of invisible senses might other creatures have? Senses we barely even consider that shape their world in ways we can hardly comprehend. It really changes how you think about perception itself.